What's going on, guys? I'm the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Lord, and today I'm going to be doing a Thunder Dragon Metaphys deck profile. And this deck, I'm going to start off by prefacing, it's not a competitive deck. It is one that I've just done some online testing, and I've thought it worked out decently well meshing together. So I just figured I would come to you with the best that I have on hand at the moment. I'm going to get straight into it, and there's a few cards that I have some ratios that I've talked to some other people that didn't really like, but I'll explain those whenever I get to them. So it's going to start out with 3 Memphis Ragnarok. It's just basically your combo starter. You want to use it to banish stuff. 2 Aloof Lupine. These are the only normal summons in the deck that you're going to want to do most of the time. Basically, Lupine allows you to banish your Metaphys cards to banish other Metaphys cards. Personally, I would rather normal or Ragnarok if I had both in hand, but this deck wants to run a lot of special summon cards and not very many normal, but those are the only normals in the deck. So you have those. Double Necroface. I don't want to run 3 because I don't want to see it in my opening hand. I very rarely use the normal summon effect. I just mainly use it to banish other cards. And it also banishes my opponent's stuff too, so that's kind of a plus. It makes them have to go without resources, and it makes my resources activate. So, I'm going to want to run 2 of that. Double Memphis. You don't want to draw any of the big Metaphys cards. You just want to banish them. Memphis is your searcher. Whenever it's banished, you get to search a Metaphys card. Tyrant, he special summons your Metaphys monsters. Daedalus, he re-banishes, but you mainly just want to use his own field effect whenever he's summoned by a Metaphys card. Or Metaphys monster, I should say, because there are cards that allow you to summon Metaphys monsters. But specifically Metaphys monster, he banishes all other special summon monsters on the field that are face up. The only hand trap we run in the deck is 3-dimensional shifter. Very good going first. Basically anything from there that gets sent to the grave is banished. Really good during your opponent's turn because it stays active until the end of the next turn, so it would count during your opponent's and your turn. So either way, it's going to affect your opponent. Then we get into the Thunder Dragon half of it. Triple Thunder Dragon, discard to add 2 more, or up to 2 more. 2 Matrix, don't really want to summon it. Your main effect that you want to use is you ditch it to search the other one, but you only want to use that to trigger off Titan. So you got 3 Thunder Dragon Roar. As far as the main deck Thunder Dragons, this is my second favorite. It's the second most useful to what this deck wants to do, because it can add back one of your Thunder Dragon cards, and whenever it's banished or sent to the grave from the field, it can special summon a Thunder Dragon from deck. Hawk, by far the best one. You can discard it to special one of your Thunder Dragon monsters that's banished or in your grave, except for itself. And then whenever you discard it, or whenever it's banished or sent from field to grave, you get to shuffle any cards from your hand that you don't need back into the deck. Then you draw the same amount. I only run 2 dark because Yet again, just like Matrix, you just want to ditch it to search the other one and trigger off Titan. It also fuel your Thunder Dragon fusion to get into Titan. So there's that. One duo, it does come up occasionally, but it's very rarely. Other than that, it's just another Thunder Dragon name. Triple as Metaphys. You want to see this as quick as possible because it allows you to start banishing your Thunder Dragon or your Metaphys stuff. So, and then it does other stuff. It does other things other than allow you to banish and draw, but those don't really apply much. This deck doesn't really care too much. Double allure. We run a few dark monsters. You don't want to see this every turn, but you do want to still see it. So it's the only reason why I run 2 and not 3. Then we start getting into the one-ofs. One-up start for obvious reasons. 1 gold. You want to banish Necroface to banish 5 more cards and potentially hit your Thunder Dragon stuff and your Metaphys stuff, which is why we have a high number of monsters in this deck and not much else, is because you want to hit just the stuff that you can use. 1 D-Fissure, because this deck, basically everything wants to be banished that's a monster. 1 Fusion. Pretty self-explanatory. You want to be able to see your Thunder Dragon Titan. 1 Metaphys Dimension. Doesn't really come up a lot. Main thing is you want to basically kind of reinforce your Metaphys stuff that basically whenever you have D-Fissure and one of your Metaphys monsters leaves the field and gets banished, this allows you to target a card your opponent controls and banish it. But that's a once per turn effect. And then to round it off for 40 cards is Metaphys Ascension. Yet again, don't want to draw it. If I do draw it and a Metaphys card, I get to discard the Metaphys card and draw one. And then I can banish a Metaphys from deck. It's decent if you have D-Fissure, because D-Fissure is going to make sure it gets banished. And then you also get to draw one, and then you get an additional banish. But other than that, doesn't really matter. 3 Thunder Dragon Titan. Without this, I wouldn't even be playing the Thunder Dragons in here, really. Without him to constantly be popping stuff, the deck's kind of pointless. Other than that, I just play regular Metaphys with the whole Grim Maju Banish package. 1 Link Karibo to get the Thunder Dragon Matrix off the field should I have to normal summon it to be able to protect myself. I can just link it off into this, and it would have a way to put it in the grave to trigger its effect to add back the next one. 1 Cerberus, 1 Unicorn, just standard Nightmares, 1 Summer Summoner, 1 Trishbania. It's really good because basically I can make this summon something under it. It banishes that monster to trigger off its effect, and then it pops all my opponent's spells and traps. And so that's pretty much just that. Decode Talker Extended, just to be able to push. Saryuja to get deeper into the deck. Thunderstorm Mech. I haven't had a whole lot of practice with this card. It's okay. It's not just amazing. Boreload. The reason why I'm running Boreload in this is to out Dragoon. It's actually conveniently an out to it because it's a non-targeting effect to take Dragoon. So Dragoon can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, but it can still be basically snatch stealed. And especially if I've done outed their negate for that turn, it really doesn't matter. I'll take the 1,000 and I will gladly just take the Dragoon. So, it is what it is. Boreload, push for game, obviously. We've got like 4 or 5 extra deck monsters to push for game with. 1 access code and 1 Avermax. These are just, I'm tired of playing cards, so make these. And typically, I have yet to play a game where I make these and I don't win within a turn or two. Typically, if I make those and I still lose, it's because I misplayed. So, anyway, that was pretty much it for my Thunder Dragon Metaphys deck. And let me know what you think down below in the comments section. Please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out the channel. And turn on the bell notification because I am planning on uploading a few more of my kind of off-the-wall deck ideas. I've got a cubic Eldritch deck that I'm kind of playing with that I'm trying to figure out the ratios for. But basically, you play cubics on your turn, and then you play the Eldritch half on your opponent's turn. So, you make a big 3K monster that burns them, and then you just keep stalling and hitting over everything until eventually they just die. So, anyway, just keep an eye out for that, and thanks for watching, guys.